Ever see one of these things? You know what that says to me? It says maybe I'll play drums. Uh, it's a cluster, you know what, when you take a look at that and you have no idea how to navigate around the fretboard of your guitar. Let me show you an easier way. If you know the notes on the E string and the A string, you know the rest of the notes by association. Okay, so in other words, if I've got a G note on my low E string at the 3rd fret, I go up 2 frets to the 5th fret and then across to my D string, and there's the same note. It's the octave. Anywhere up and down the fretboard, right? You know your note by association. Same thing holds true with the A string and the G string, right? If I have a D note here, I go up 2 frets and go to the G string, and there's my other D note. Also, since these 2 strings are the same, if you know one E string, you know the other. That leaves the B string. We're going to also use the A string to reference the B string, but instead of going forward 2 frets, we're going to go backwards 2 frets. So if I have an E note here at the 7th fret on my A string, I go back 2 frets to the 5th fret on the B string, and there's another E note, right? So you get the whole thing wrapped up just by knowing those 2 strings. Knowing these 2 strings is also pretty easy. I mean, number one, the notes are going in alphabetical order, right? A, B, C, D, E, except there are half steps. The only 2 exceptions are E to F and B to C. Every other whole step has an intermediary. So if I'm going from F to G, this note in between is either an F sharp or a G flat. Okay, that depends on what key you're in and keeping the integrity of the alphabet. But that's another lesson. So just I would say to begin with, you've got dotted frets, right? If you start on the A string, on the E string with an A note at the 5th fret, then you've got a B here, right? And then if you go to the A string on the 1st dotted fret, C, D, E, right? So easy to remember, A, B, C, D, E, the alphabet, okay? And this is a G here. And then just expand from there. And before you know it, you'll have no trouble finding any note on your guitar. Okay, like my channel, subscribe, have a good one.